I wasn't sure if I should make this video because I went through 1 year on Etsy and I documented each month in detail. But then I thought after 1 year maybe it's not that interesting anymore to look at each month. But then someone asked me if I could do my 13th, 14th, 15th months and so on. And I thought maybe it's actually quite interesting to see what each month looks like after years and years, because we normally document just our successes and don't really talk about, the months where maybe we're not doing that great and we kind of skip them over and think like no one ever has really bad month. You see normally just success on YouTube or other channels and you're like, how did I do that? But yeah, they never really talk about the downs. They only talk about the ups. I'm saying that because the month I'm talking about is my 13th month on Etsy and it was May 2024. I started in May 2023. And yeah, the month was not as great as I thought. Maybe it is also because it's kind of the start of summer. I don't know, but I can go through all my numbers and talk about what worked for me and what didn't. And if you want to follow my journey, then make sure to subscribe, and you can also go through all my other months from month 1 till month 12 if you're interested in it, so you can really see the difference. Before we jump to my laptop and I talk about all the numbers, make sure to grab your 50 digital product ideas in the description down below. And there's also another link where you can find 40 free listings if you haven't started your Etsy shop yet. So let's have a look at reality and jump to my computer. Let's get started. So here you can see May 2024. You can see visits were 4,340 and it's not a huge difference to last month. It went down a little bit, but it is still kind of okay. Let's have a look actually to last year. You can see here it has been really low because that was basically my first month, but you can see that's a difference of 1 year. So the line is quite down here, and then 1 year later visits increased by 454%. So that's a good thing. Let's have a look at orders. 224, which is also lowest since October 2023, I would say. But compared to last year, orders increased 874%. That's obviously quite nice to see. You can see I didn't have a day without any orders, and the lowest was 2 orders here. But yeah, in general, I would say an average of like 5 orders a day, sometimes 10 orders, 11 orders, 11 orders, 4 orders, 3 orders. So let's have a look at the conversion rate, which is 5.2. If you have watched any of my other monthly videos, you will know that I always said I want a conversion rate of 4% and higher. So that definitely I have achieved for quite a while now. So the last month were a little bit higher, around 6%. So this month it's a little bit lower. And then we can compare it to last year. Your conversion rate increased by 75.9%. So that varies a little bit every day. Switch that off and let's have a look at the revenue. You can see I have here my revenue in Swedish krona. I know it looks quite a lot, 12,797. I wish it would be dollars, US dollars, but it is Swedish krona. But basically it was 1,222 US dollars. So it is still over 1,000 US dollars, which is really good, but it's also revenue. Let's have a look to last year. It was really low last year because it was my first month. So the revenue increased by 3,132%. So at least this number here, or these numbers, are all in the green. So that's really nice to see actually. But yeah, it's definitely down from the last month. April was around 1,300 and then March, February 1,400. Yeah, so my revenue went down a little bit. But let's have a look at spend. So here is my Etsy ads performance. I had over 10,000 views, then 288 clicks, 14 orders, $166, $100 in revenue, and I spent $95. And here you can see normally I only spend $1 a day, but this is part of my experiment I ran on Etsy ads, and you can watch the video with the full details on that on my channel. I recently made a video about it where I wanted to test a little bit, you know, what it does when I increase my ad budget. And yes, you can see I spent $95 and I made almost double. So that's a good thing. But as I mentioned in the video, Etsy ads are quite nerve-wracking, and you know, I do spend more than I really make. So I was thinking like, yeah, my sales went down, so I really wanted to see if I can change something with spending more on ads. And although this number doesn't look bad at all here, like I did it mid-April until May, that experiment, and you will see that May looks a little bit better than April. I think I probably went even in April. So yeah, watch the video if you want to see the full details. Yeah, that was my ad spend in dollars. And now let's have a look at the overview of the last month, what really the differences are, because it looks quite interesting to see the numbers month by month. So yeah, here you can see an overview of the visits, orders, conversion rate, revenue, profit, ad spend, orders, you know, through Etsy ads, and then also orders through offsite ads. And here in red is month 13. So you can see that my revenue was 1,222, but then the profit was actually much less because I spent more on Etsy ads. So that's a little bit the difference. That's why I think this month was still not really great, because first of all, I did make less money, although it's about, yeah, a little bit more than, well, around $150 less. But then, yeah, I made at least $100 less on profit, so much less because I spent more on Etsy ads. And you can see the conversion rate also went down a little bit from the last 4 months. The orders went down a little bit as well, one of the lowest months actually. And the visits kind of are the same, a little bit less. Obviously you have to watch my other videos to really know why the visits numbers are here quite high, and also the conversion rate is a little bit lower. So yeah, you have to watch the other videos for more details, but this is a good overview to see, you know, what's going on over the month and how each month performed. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's see you in my next video. Bye!